morning, guys. Welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and it is morning. I have my 7-Eleven coffee. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing a review on a new eyeshadow palette that I guess it's been out, for a little bit, but it's new this season. I've been playing around with it for about, 3 weeks now. I'm talking about the Tarteist Pro eyeshadow palette, and let me first say that this is not an inexpensive palette by any means. This palette ran me $53. I picked it up at Ulta, and it has, let me pop it open here, and it has a big mirror, 20 shades. I'm trying to cover the mirror, guys. It comes with 20 shades, and when I first saw this palette, I really jumped on it because those shades really look like something that's just completely right up my alley. So all of the shades in this palette, all the square shades in this palette, by the way, are all matte, and all the round panned shades, those are supposed to be the high shimmer or almost metallic-y kind of colors. And I find that to be really true. They are very metallic-y, and they are very shiny, I guess. I'm actually wearing a few colors in this palette today, and at the very end of the video I'll throw in a demo so you guys can actually see me applying the shadows, so you guys can see what it looks like upon application. The packaging it's a plastic packaging, but it's that flat matte black on the top. It does show fingerprints like crazy. It's got the gold back, which is really pretty. I feel like the packaging just looks like luxury packaging to me. I really love that. I love the fact that it has a really big mirror. I actually took this palette traveling with me this past weekend, and I actually had to use the mirror in this palette to do my makeup. I did almost all of my makeup using just this one mirror, which worked out great. Then, like I said, you've got 20 eyeshadows. Each pan of eyeshadow is 0.35 ounces, so it's a decent amount of product you're getting here. Alright, so one of the things that I really like about this palette is they kind of line up your colors for you. I know, I'm trying not to blind you guys. I know a lot of people have issues trying to, when they get a big palette, trying to match up what colors go with what, I like how Tarte actually laid this one out, because it's almost like it took all the guesswork out for you. It's very easy to figure out what colors are going to go with what in this palette. And it's done, oh, I'm sorry guys, I know I'm blinding you. It's done based on rows. So if you look at this top row here, all of these colors here all the way across go with each other, as well as the duochrome shade here, or what they call the micro shimmer duochrome formula. If you look at the second row is a bit cooler. All of these shades go together right here. Okay, so does the row under it. So it kind of takes the guesswork out for you. So in each row, the shades that are in each row, you can get a look out of them and make them very wearable. At the same time, you don't have to go row by row. I didn't in the look I'm wearing today. I just kind of jumped around the palette a little bit, and you guys will see that. So, you don't have to go row by row, but it does make it easier for those who might look at a palette and get overwhelmed and think, what should I do with this? So, it just takes the guesswork out, and I really do like that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do some swatches for you guys. Now, one of the things that I did find as I'm swatching here is the mattes feel like your typical Amazonian clay eyeshadows. The formula in these matte shades actually feel like those Amazonian clay eyeshadows. These duochrome ones feel very soft, almost soft, creamy or silicone-y kind of feeling. Very, very soft, easy to blend, easy to get pigment shades in these duochromes over here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just do some swatches here, and I'm going to go row by row of the mattes, and then I will go duochromes all together. Alright, so the first shade we have is called Classic. Okay, and it's just a creamy ivory kind of color. The second shade is called Innocent, and I have used the snot out of this color already. This is the one that I use as my transition shade because it's the closest to my skin tone, and I've already made a dent in it. So again, that was Innocent. This one is called Whimsy, and he's a very warm brown shade. And then Smoked is a really deep, deep, dark, dark brown. It almost has, I want to say, like a violet tinge to it, but it is a really deep, dark brown. Okay, so that's the first row. Okay, we've got Vintage, and I'm actually wearing this guy on my brow bone. Look at how bright he is. He's kind of a cool tone pinky white. Excuse me. Very nice color. And then Fierce. This is almost a grayish purple, which is very, very nice. Then we've got No Filter. And this is a little bit of a lighter, maybe brighter purple. And then you have Vamp. Vamp is your deep dark plum shade, and I'm wearing this one today as well. I love this color right here. I'm wearing that one also. Alright, so we have Chic. That one's going to be kind of hard to see. It's kind of a light skin tone color. We have Profesh. Profesh is kind of a cool grayish type color. And then we have Mauve. Mauve is one of my favorites. It's a very pinky, kind of cranberry kind of color. And then we have Drama. And Drama is just a little bit, actually quite a bit lighter than Vamp. It's almost like a maroonish purple, a really dark maroonish purple. Okay. So we have Indie, which is kind of a taupey brown, really pretty. Then we have Bold. Then we have Edgy, which is kind of a darker brown. And then we have Punk, which is a black. It's not the deepest, darkest black in the bunch. It's kind of a gray black once it's applied to the lid. Okay, so that's the bottom row. All right, now let's do the duochromes. Okay, so the first one we have is called Ethereal. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a very coppery duochrome type shade. It kind of shifts from copper. There's a little bit of, I think, yellowy gold in there. Really pretty. The next one is called Glam. I'm actually wearing this guy on my lids today, and he's kind of a pinky champagne. The next guy is called Minx, and Minx is a pink purple iridescent. Very, very pretty. It's almost got maybe a little bit of copper in it. Very, very pretty color. And then we've got Trendy. Okay, and Trendy is that it looks greenish blue in the pan, then you put it on and it looks a combination of greenish blue and red. So Trendy is, I would say Trendy is exact as the Wet n Wild palette, the Comfort Zone, the dark shadow that they consider the definer. It's an exact match to that. I mean, it's a perfect match. I have compared the two side by side, so it's identical. All right, so those are the swatches. Now, in my demo, I'm not actually showing each color in the palette that I'm using, but I will show like a little snippet in the corner of the color with the name on it, so that way you guys can actually know what color I'm applying when. And as I'm applying, one of the things that I really, really want to point out about this palette, and I do like this palette, I'm not going to lie, I've used it a lot, but it does kick up some powder. It does give you a little bit of fallout under the eyes that I've had to dust off. And it's hard to, I don't want to say blend, it's not hard to blend. It blends really nicely. And it doesn't get muddled. It's just, it goes on nice, the colors don't muddle together. But it's not hard to blend. What is the word I'm looking for? If you put colors on top of colors, then it's hard for those to show up. I don't think I'm explaining that right. Okay, so let's say I put down one of the duochromes on my lid, and this is an actual problem that I had. I put the duochrome down on my lid. I used Glam, which is that champagne-y duochrome. And then I tried to put Vamp in my outer V and up into the crease. And I was trying to overlap some of that duochrome with Vamp, which is that dark, dark purple. And you guys will probably notice here in the demo that I really had to keep dipping back in and reapplying, dipping back in and reapplying, dipping back in and reapplying, because it just wouldn't apply over the top of that duochrome, if that makes sense. It took a lot of work for me to build up that dark vampy color in the crease because I was putting it over that duochrome color. So that was really one of the only big downfalls that I had is, trying to overlap the shadows. You do really have to play with them to get the colors to overlap and really show up. But I mean, overall, it is a great palette. Like I said, I have put some dents in them. Innocent is one that I've put a huge dent in. But yeah, I really do like this palette. Do I feel it's worth the $53? Well, in my opinion, I feel that for me, I'm getting a lot of use out of this palette. So for me, yes, I feel that it's worth the $53. The shadows are good quality, the quality that you would expect from Tarte. So, the shadows are good, the shadows are pigmented, I don't have any problems with color showing up unless I'm trying to overlap them on top of a duochrome. And yeah, I feel the palette's great. I'm going to continue to use it. I've been keeping it out on my vanity so I can use it like almost every day. And it's been a great palette for me. So yeah, I like it. And yeah, I feel it's worth the $53 in my opinion anyway. Alright guys, well that's all I have on the new Tarteist Pro palette. Well, for the eyes. I didn't get the face one. So that's all I have for the new Tarteist Pro eyeshadow palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Guys, you can also look me up on my website at www.rockfabulous.online.com. You can look me up on Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, all under Rock Fabulous 40s. And guys, don't forget to hit subscribe down there somewhere, and you too can rock your fabulous 40s, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.